Gregmo Roberts here. A lot of people have been asking me as of late why I haven't been on the podcast, the KR podcast. And I guess I can reveal this, a little explaining. Butcher and I had a little bit of a falling out. I answered this ad on Craigslist, and I decided that maybe we could live together. It didn't work out. I was there only like about a day, and he accused me of taking some change from some jar above the fridge. It ended up it was Bree who took it, and I tried explaining that to him. He didn't care. He kind of just booted me out. It was kind of good that I wasn't able to give him my first rent check, and there was a whole bunch of other problems there, which I won't get into. But as a result, until I again take the thorn out of his paw, I guess I will be away from the Killer Reviews podcast for a while. So I'll use YouTube. Why not? I was at the Fan Expo in Toronto this weekend. The Fan Expo is the second largest expo of its type after Comic-Con down there in the down there in San Diego. They expect through the Toronto doors about 120,000 people over the course of Thursday to Sunday afternoon. Lots of cosplay and everything else, and there was a whole bunch of guests, the whole cast from Firefly, and I don't know, there was about 200 guests, I think, in all, if I remember correctly. And they added a sports element to it this year, so it was very weird to see the cosplay people and the geeks of the world and the jocks, you know what I mean, going to see the Joe Montana was in town signing autographs, and Jim Kelly, James Reimer, that kind of like Bobby Orr was in town. Anyway, so I went there and I was able to pick up a few DVDs, which I'll share now. In some particular order. The first DVD I got was Phantasm. Never particularly liked this film or liked this series at all. This is the Anchor Bay collection of Don Corselli's Phantasm. Butcher says that we're going to do a special podcast sometime. Of course, Butcher and I aren't friends anymore. But in theory, we're going to do a podcast very shortly on the Phantasm movies. So why not get... Why not get the Anchor Bay collection, which has auto commentary from the director himself and stars Michael Baldwin and Angus Scrimm. It's got deleted scenes, a behind-the-scenes featurette, actors having a ball, TV interview, Fangoria TV commercial, convention appearances, the trailer, Phantasm 3 trailer, and TV spots. So that was my first brand new purchase of the weekend. My second purchase was Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead. Michael Baldwin and Angus Scrimm are again there to do an audio commentary. There's behind-the-scenes, deleted scenes, and they didn't sell the second one, so I've had to buy the second one on Amazon. So that's the reason why I kind of got a hole in the set. Not that much of a hole, because next up, oh my God, gotta figure out how this fucking camera works. I got Phantasm 4 Oblivion, which I didn't even know existed. This sequel is loaded with balls. Finally, a sequel for the fans. Oblivion is the most worthy of the series since the original from Monsters at Play. So anyway, those are my first three purchases. What do I got next? Next, I got Night of the Zombies. All right, it looks like a little bit of a dead snow on the packaging, but that's not it at all. And also, by the way, did you know that no one can survive this outpost from hell? I did not know. An American chemical warfare battalion and a Nazi SS unit were rumored to have done battle somewhere in the Bavarian Alps during World War II, but were never heard of again. 30 years later, investigators searching for the missing soldiers, missing bodies, nicely worded, encounter unbelievable rumors about zombies. Dismissing those rumors, they set out to investigate odd battle sounds in the mountains. After two men are found dead, CIA Special Agent Nick Monroe, because CIA always has to get involved, is sent to flush out what are suspected to be deserted from the old U.S. Army Chemical Corps unit. Nick's ruthless investigation uncovers a ghoulish plot of world domination, but first he must escape the terror that he does not want to be known. Yet. That'll be a good double feature with my next pick. Is She-Wolf of the SS. Right there, it says it. She-Wolf of the SS. Diane Thorne as Ilsa. Never in the history of cinema has there been a female victim like this. Or villain. Depends on the translation. She was the most dreaded Nazi of all of them. With her Black Widows, she committed crimes so terrible, even the SS feared her. Until an American POW, because the Americans, have to get involved, uses his armorous powers to combat her insatiable appetite and bring about her downfall. Seems to be some nudity on the box. Yeah, that's a keeper. What do we got next? Aha, the butcher story. Sick boy. See that boy? I haven't seen this movie. I'm guessing. A little sick. From the special effect creator of Snow White and the Huntsman, X-Men First Class, and The Wolfman. Lucy is your average 20-something woman. She has a fiancé, Chris, who would like her to find a job and keep it. So she steps in for a friend to take a job babysitting a young boy. The boy is confined to his room due to what Lucy is told is a mysterious illness. But she begins to suspect the child's mother, Debbie Rochon, who's American, because the Americans have to get involved, is hiding something. But the truth turns out to be far worse than she could imagine. Know very little about this film. It's 84 minutes. Looks as creepy as hell. Then again, sick boys just look creepy as hell. Next, Meet the Feebles. Peter Jackson's Meet the Feebles, no less. For those of you that don't know, that Meet the Feebles is a puppet tragedy of gross proportions. Belch, a cigar-chomping walrus, has his hands full with his cast of egocentric showbiz stars. When you've got an incompetent pen and stricken fox as a director, a junky knife-throwing frog, and a hare with a fatal disease as MC, things do not look sunny. But Belch's biggest problem is with the star and longtime lover, Heidi the Hippo, who suspects that he is having an affair with a Siamese cat named Samantha. Alright, I'll watch it. Next up, The Mutilator. Mutilate me. The Mutilator, which also looks like there's people on a meat hook. Doesn't it look like people on a meat hook? If you don't know, this is a spine-tingling chiller and is the harrowing tale of 5 high school students whose dream vacation at the beach becomes a nightmare when they are stalked by the Mutilator. Ed, a likable high school student, busily discusses vacation plans with his friends when he receives a message from his father asking that he close up the summer house at the beach. When the group arrives at the summer house, they discover Ed's father's collection of bizarre weapons, and they feel they are being watched. Probably by the CIA. Suddenly, Ed's house guests begin to meet strange deaths, each one more grisly than the previous. So if you want to see the most grisly death in The Mutilator, watch the final chapter first and just go backwards. Finally, Junior. First, you saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Then, you met Freddy in Nightmare on Elm Street. Now meet Junior. He's a cut above. Casey and Joe are 2 sexy women fresh out of prison. I probably would have liked the movie if we caught up with Casey and Joe while they were in prison. After all, orange is the new black. They are the kind who know what they want and they know how to get it. Yes, it's definitely the film I need to see a prequel to Junior. What would be a sequel to Junior? Embryo? And no one pushes them around. All they wanted was a nice home, a little business, and a couple of cute guys. Everything was going according to plan until Junior came along. I think anybody with children could probably say that. Junior is a devil with a chainsaw. He also has things for fire, worms, rifles, knives, ropes, speedboats, and his psychotic mother. He'll do anything for his mother. Now he's after Casey and Joe. Junior doesn't like it when people get him mad. He doesn't like it at all. Junior, the most deranged lunatic ever to stalk the screen. I've got it right here. I will be watching it this sometime in the next little bit. So that's it. That's what I picked up at the Fan Expo. That's all I got to report. Again, I should be back on the podcast as soon as I'm going to give Butcher a little bit more time. Actually, I could call him Bitcher over this whole situation. To kind of calm down. I should be back within the month. Out!